before we do, the person who's doing David's ear. Did you know?
Wait, what?
Yeah. I didn't want to spoil anything though.
He's known the whole time.
I
Oh
mean,
shit.
yeah.
He's known from the start.
Well
From the
played.
very start.
Well, I love the reveal. I love the fake out. I was like, I just had a feeling. I was like, it's not Scott. That doesn't make any sense. And then when I said that, I actually thought it must be David, because that does make sense. Like, how the fuck did he get to the control room and all this, and know how to do everything? Like, explaining that he's like a computer programmer or whatever is a little easy. Like, I'm very. On one hand, I'm disappointed because it wasn't anybody like from Herobrine or anybody I actually knew, which I feel like is a bit of a cop out. But on the other hand, I'm glad you did have like a red herring, and I'm glad that ultimately it was a guy that actually made a lot of sense. He was on the SP11. He knew how to operate stuff. He conveniently stayed behind, and didn't go with them. Also, they didn't kill him. The fuck? I mean, the Warden would have turned him into an Amino Ranger, so that was cool. I think that's good script writing. That all tracks. I mean, overall, I hate to say this because I am hyped for the final episode, and this is always a problem with two-parters, like the second to last one. This happens with every movie to me. I was just a little bored. I was like, the sixth one had so much momentum, and then this one I was like, well, people are getting ready. We got this unexpected reveal, which is the best part to me, but then so I mean, I don't know, the reveal raises it, but like if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably say, honestly, I'll be harsher than I've been. I would give this one a 6 as my least favorite, except for the reveal. And the next one is probably going to be my most favorite, to be fair. Also, the last one was to date my most favorite, so there's a little bit of bias there in terms of like going from huge action to like a necessary, plot build up.
Yeah.
But I just think it could have, like, the Jake depression was good. That was real and that was cool. But then like, I don't know. I just feel like the whole thing could have happened twice as fast for me. Like, you could have just gotten to the reveal in that part because that was really dope and just hypes you up, just without, like, I don't know. It's just how I feel. I don't even remember what happened in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this one, honestly, because I was just like,
yeah, fair enough.
Like, we kind of had everybody come out of the portal, and like that already happened, but then it felt like, well, now we're almost doing that again because people are going into the portal, and then it was like, I don't know. It feels like a lot could be cut here, even by my harsh standards of cutting stuff. So yeah, I'd have to see this one again and get more specific, but I think like the hell scene honestly wasn't even necessary. Like, the Warden is the scariest thing, so you really don't need to detract from the Warden as like just the be all end all of badassery. Like, it's fun seeing Bradley scared and tell Ricky to like get some balls and then be scared. That's good comic relief.
Yeah.
But he could have done that without hell. Like, it could have just been like, well, we're gonna teleport, like into the fucking ship, or I don't know, into the holding cell. Like, I don't know. I mean, the Herobrine seeing him was kind of cool, but like, it slowed it down, and I don't think it had to slow down. I think you could have kept with episode 6, had that dip for the depression, have a bit of comic relief, have the fake reveal and the big reveal, and this one could have been as short as like episode 2. Just like super short, and then everybody's hyped. You have the perfect cliffhanger, and you just freaking launch into the Infinity War Part 2, the whole deal kind of thing.
I think the whole point of the hell scene was to like give Herobrine a cameo, if I remember. I remember like, I don't know, I think I made it like very strict in my head, like at some point in the series there's gonna be like a very quick cameo from Herobrine of him, like, I don't know, in a cell showing where he actually went and stuff, and I think that's the whole reason why that was included, but I totally understand, and Yeah.
What if you wanted to do that and you had him be an Amino Ranger? Like he could have his helmet off, so he's got the Herobrine eyes and stuff.
Ooh.
But then like he's just like standing next to the Warden as an Amino Ranger because he failed his mission. I feel like the Warden would turn him like that, and then he could have a cameo, you know, like in a fight scene or something. Just like it doesn't have to be a big deal. He could just, you know, it's like Lumpy was talking about that background stuff where you had like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It could have been like that, and then not have to construct a scene like, you know, for that purpose. Like here's Herobrine, but like here's the really cool shit happening, and then you gotta like come through, you know, like that was the worst like gesture analogy whatever I've ever done in my life, but whatever, you know what I mean, right? Like
fair enough but
anyway, so that's me for this. I
very honest.
I hated losing the momentum.
No, it's fine. It's fine, and I'm glad that you're being honest. And if I'm being you know honest, I obviously, as much as I love the way that it turned out, and Burish, you've like, well, Jake, sorry, you've actually like, no, it's Jack, isn't it? It's Jack.
It's Jack.
It's Jack. Sorry, Jack. You've done well, I'm not going to say too much more because you haven't really seen much yet. But what I will say, you've done an amazing job as a Warden. But if I was to like,
thank you,
redo it. Oh yes, thank you. For Jake. Jack, sorry. Fuck! Get the name mixed up, right. Sorry. Jake, Jack, whatever. But anyway, if I could have redone that, like, of who the Warden is now, I was waiting to tell you guys this whole series, but I would have made it someone else, and I'll tell you more about that after the entire series, so it doesn't like ruin it.
Right.
But
but yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna
I'm
move
really
on.
curious about that.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
Alright, so little funny story. I noticed that I saw the title of the episode, and I was in the middle of school. I was like, "Wait, this is the episode, isn't it?" And school gets out at like 2:52, so I booked it to home as fast as I could and got on my computer to get to the bad. I made it in time. Good news.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, jeez, I respect that.
I missed the conversation between Olivia and the other girl at the beginning, but that's about it.
All right, yeah.
But other than that, okay. Other than that, I would say that this episode was more like episode 2 in exposition.
Yeah.
But then I'd say episode 2 was better in exposition because episode 2 was entirely necessary.
Yeah.
But I think that this one was built for the drama, and I like that a lot. I love the design of like the SP11 as we're going through, and I like the the personality of what's his name?
Bradley.
Oh, Bradley, yeah.
Bradley.
I love that little thing. Because, I mean, like, it's unnecessary, but it's nice, because that's definitely how he would react.
Yeah.
In a very serious situation, he would just all of a sudden go, "Hey, baby girl." Which I
mean, in real life.
Definitely not based off Ryan, of course not.
No, totally. But other than that, the reveal was really good.
Let's go.
No. And it was kind of funny how quickly they got him. They got him in a cage. It was very quick. No offense. I'm like, damn, they're efficient. they're pretty efficient on that one.
Yeah, at that bit we were just like, fuck, how the hell are we gonna do this? Right, let's just pretend Morgana magicked a fucking cell and then he's trapped in there.
Yeah,
no.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah, but
no, I thought that I thought they were just that quick and efficient. They were just like, all right, get in.
Yep, in you go. There you go. Sweet.
But that's all.
The weasel.
You pretty much, you were one of the people who knew about this, though. If I'm being honest.
I mean, that was. I mean, obviously, I've known about the Warden from the start, and the reveal, is one of the parts I actually did read in the script. So I knew what the plan was for that, so it wasn't really a surprise.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was pulled off pretty well. And I mean, just echoing previous comments, not the greatest of episodes, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd probably give it like, I don't know, like 7.5 out of 10.
Ooh, okay, that's good then.
But
yeah,
you know, to have the grand finale, you have to have what comes before it.
Yeah, I think the reveal kind of carried this episode from what I've heard from you guys so far. So yeah, I can definitely see that. And I remember originally, I think episode 7 was one of my least favorite episodes, but then after a time of watching it over and over again, it became a lot more like one of my ish favorites in a way. I want to say halfway, something like that. So again, that it's probably why I didn't like improve it or anything when I had the chance to or anything. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
Oh my god! Okay. It was really, really good. But there are definitely some little nitpicky parts that I was like, is it what now? I think the only thing that really bothered me the most is just how, you know, when they are, you know, about to put him in like the cell and about like, I feel like it would have been cool instead of just the cut to him in the cell, or like and them interrogating him.
Yeah.
I wish there was, you know, maybe like even so the warden was controlling his mind, I wish there could have been like a possibility of like seeing, you know, everyone else bringing him into the cell and showing like, you know, no guys, that's not me, you got the wrong guy, you know, like I wish we would have gotten a little bit more restraint from him. That would be like the only major thing, because I'm just like, oh, shit's about to go down. Shit's about to go down. Oh, okay, he's in the sex cell. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be my only biggest pet peeve. But this time, I didn't have any issues with like the voice acting or anything like that. Everyone did an awesome job.
Aww.
And oh my god, that reveal! I honest to God thought it was gonna be like Ollie, and he like came back from the dead and like, you know, everything, which would have been cool. But then no, it makes so much more sense now. Like with everyone else, what they were explaining, how they thought it was David. It makes so much more sense now.
I'm actually so shocked that throughout these last episodes, no one ever came up and went, I think David's looking a little I was shocked that not one person caught onto that. And I was like,
I mean, it makes so much more sense, but for some reason, like, I thought the warden somewhat had a little bit of humanity in him. When he, like, back when we knew when we didn't know it was David, I thought, oh, well, maybe there's a chance that the warden is has a little bit of humanity in him.
Yeah.
So it's not just this all-powerful being, God thing. I could come up with many, 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 many more words, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
But on a scale of 1 to 10, like, I know a lot of people have been giving it like a 7 or a 6, but like, personally, that was really good, and I gotta give it like an 8.5, 9. I'm saving that 10 for the finale because I know it's gonna be a 10.
And next, Blake Gaming.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, go for it.
Alright, so I don't have much time. Okay, so one thing I forgot to say is that I did like the reveal, the plot twist. You actually built it up to be something that, like, if you look back at it, like people keep saying, it makes sense. You didn't just put a plot twist in there just to have it. You actually planned it entirely out, and there are sections where it doesn't, some things just don't line up, and I love that because there's just some people just have it in there just to have it in there.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, good job on that.
Okay. Oof. Personally,
yeah,
the reveal confused me.
Right.
I'm sure that's going to be cleared up next episode, but at the minute, it's sort of like I understand how how could he have got into the control room? How could he have got into the control room without being stopped or whatever, that sort of thing? But then, why would he have? Why would he have let Why would he let Derek get released? Why would he have let Jake and everyone else, like all the people that escaped? Why would he have let them escape? Just if his goal was to keep them there and to get Derek's heart as well. That's the only thing that just doesn't make sense to me, which I presume is gonna get spoken about next episode. But yeah, I think
kind of. You'll see. But yeah,
I think there was some interesting moments. I think, as Aquasheep said, the bringing back of Herobrine was a little bit unnecessary. Because sort of like his story was explained and why he was sent. So the fact that like he was brought back was sort of just like a nostalgia, literally just for a nostalgia reason.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it was a good episode, built on the story a lot more, which was obviously the point of a series. But there wasn't loads of moments that just felt like filler. I'd probably say a 7. Back to a 7 on that one. I think. I won't be able to make it to tomorrow.
Oh no!
I've got work from 5 till 10, so I will be missing it. But when I get back, I will watch it.
Awesome, thank you. This next one's probably going to be a bit hard, as you're probably extremely confused right now, as you haven't seen the rest of the episodes. VC.
I have several questions.
I mean, I was able to follow along pretty much as best as anyone could for missing 5 episodes in between. Definitely could feel. I could even still feel like the chemistry between the characters and everything clearly. Which, if you have to come in the middle of something, if you can still feel the chemistry, be like, yeah, no, clearly this is they clearly are caring about one another with a little boy listening to 3 Days Grace and Fall Out Boy from circa 2007, trying to make sure he's not feeling too bummed out. I'm not gonna lie, the whole time I'm just sitting over here like, no one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man. But like, again, they're showing that they're cared for, they're trying to take care of it and everything like that, and then we got the dingus over here just trying to get some.
Bradley.
Why do I picture Bradley? He would be the one that would unironically just go up and go, "Hey, sexy lady."
Yeah, no, that is Bradley. That is literally Bradley. Oh my god. But yeah.
When you try to be suave and you end up more Jerry Lewis instead of a, "Hey baby, how's it going?" to "Pretty lady."
That Loretta and Olivia scene,
yeah,
kinda was not needed.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, we're showing like emotion and all that stuff. Going in the portal, it's fine. Howdy, howdy, Derek.
Howdy, Derek.
Well, howdy to you too. I feel like that's the best accent you can actually hear.
Yeah, I think that was one of Zoe's, like, the probably only. I think we spoke about this yesterday, Kiana. I think we both agreed that the American ones were like the ones that you could like really.
And Irish, the Irish one you can hear clear-ish.
Slightly, slightly, but yeah, we already talked about that yesterday.
Yeah. Anyway, that Herobrine thing was like.
I think it actually scared you as well, if I remember.
I was like. Yeah, literally, it was really good. That's why I like the hell scene, because it gave me a jump scare. And I remember talking to you about this hell scene, and you were like playing dumb.
I wasn't playing dumb. I was trying to trick you to think you were dreaming.
Literally, every time I was talking to Louis about body acting scenes, he would literally say I was dreaming about it.
No, what happened was she was like, "But Herobrine's in Warden." I was like, "Is he?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I was in the scene. You know, when we were in hell." I was like,
"Gaslighting."
Kiana, are you okay? Have you been? I think you were dreaming it because we haven't had that.
Never happened. I'm very gullible, so like. I really like the window scene with Shannon and Derek because that was a really nice sentiment.
Yeah.
I love how Jake is just overhearing everything of like the conversation while just.
Yeah. He's pretty depressed right now. But yeah.
I feel like the parents will be depressed too because they lost their child.
True.
That they created.
I think there was also like room for that like thing of like, well, if we're not going to sit here and let it happen to anywhere else, we're going to actually fight for her, basically. I think I went for more of that, but I can see how that. Oh my god, Lewis! I can see how that can be like a
That's a good photo.
I wish Jake. I know Jake was being depresso, but I feel like I wish he could. Because if the parents got that quickly, I wish Jake could, snap on a bit like the parents.
I think another reason why I only made it Jake as well is because obviously we know before Jake's pretty much got a lucky life. He's not had any sort of like, real, day. And that's why I, like, from episode 1, I was always making it clear, like he was saying, like, he wants an adventure. Everyone else has lots of like, adventure in their life. I'm pretty much just like boring. And then when he finally experiences that for the very first time, which the Warden does to him, he realizes, oh shit, what the fuck? This feels like ass. So, I think, yeah, but go on.
One thing I really like is the Shannon with the mine thing. I really like that.
Yeah.
That's a really cool fact.
That's why I added it in Shannon's story, because it would, further develop her, and not only that, but it would like help out when it's like coming to identifying the Warden. So but yeah.
Back to the SV11. Oh. When Bradley distracts the Amino Rangers?
Yeah.
I feel like that could be an opportunity for another funny line for him.
Wow, Amino Rangers! Look at your shoes, or I don't know, something along those lines.
Something like comical.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, and then they'll get angry and they'll be like, "Hey,"
Yeah, I could have done that.
It was an opportunity miss.
Yeah.
One thing I'm really confused about is the Abigail Morgana talk.
Right. Yeah. Again, this is something that will make a lot more sense in the next episode.
Okay, because I don't. It's just gonna blow up the ship.
This was like meant to be a movie, so we had to cut the script, and obviously the way it all came about, it ended up with, that ending up in an episode before. So that's a little tricky. It'll be a lot easier if you're watching them like all in a row, I'd say. But yeah. Carry on, sorry.
The twist of Scott, being like, yes, I am the Warden. Because I remember in the body acting scene, I was like, oh my god, I know who the Warden is now. And you're like, it was kind of confusing because he was like, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. And in that, I'm not. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes.
So
no,
I actually want to ask everyone this. Was it clear when Scott went, that he was that bit clear?
Yeah, that was clear. It's just the way he went. It was not clear when he changed, if you know what I mean, to be like programmed, if you know what I mean.
How so? Sorry.
So like, because he went from saying, "What are you guys talking about?" No, I'm not a warden. I am the Warden. Like, there was no change.
Yeah, I could see that.
It could have been clearer.
I think I also wanted to make that like like I wanted to make it obvious that he wasn't as well at the same time, because like I wanted you guys to think, oh, that don't quite make sense, or like there's something not right, and I think that's why I made it so like just.
Oh yeah, and April and Jake just listening then to the conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what could have been a good opportunity? Because obviously Jake is on the couch listening, probably. He could have like gone up to Scott going, how could you? Because he's saying he's the warden. You know,
Ooh, yeah,
Jake could have used that anger and sadness going, you killed my sister, how could you? And like slap some things on him.
That would have been cool.
We could have done that, yeah. Like, yeah, because then he would have just slapped a random innocent person.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah.
Yeah, and it could have been the breakthrough.
Yeah, we could have done that, yeah. And again, this is what I mean. A lot of the faults that you guys are bringing up now are included with the things that I said, you know, in the countdown show when I went, and I have noticed there are faults. I will say you guys have brought up faults that I thought about before I released the series, and I was like, oh no, that's bad. So, you know, I just want to warn you guys like that. I am aware of like these things, and I just want you guys to know that I'm thinking about it for my next like series, and I'm thinking how I can just make them 10,000 times better.
Reveal of David, I have no idea. Literally, I wouldn't think it would be him over my dead body. Literally.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
I like the shot of Derek, Billy Bob, Zoe, and Jake together. I swear they make a good fluoro.
Am I the only one who kind of expected it to cut off before they actually said who it was?
No, I expected that. I thought that was the cutoff right there.
I thought you were gonna do the total douche move of just like, well, who is it?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that. If I'm being honest.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to us.